So, Mr. Valentin, can you lead us in prayer? So, thank you, Mr. Valentin. So, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, kindly please be seated. So, I'm going to check your attendance and we're going to stay present if you're here, okay? Okay. Valentin,
Present, ma'am.
Madanga,
Present, ma'am.
Pamardo,
Present, ma'am.
Alba,
Present, ma'am.
Balanay,
Present po.
Camarista,
Present, ma'am.
Espino,
Present, ma'am.
and Dohelio.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, I think no one is absent, so kindly clap your hands. Okay, thank you. So, I have a classroom management or I have a rules. So, by the way, my name is Teacher Angeline A. Jano and you can call me Ma'am Angie. So, I have a rules in my classroom, so you have to follow my rules, okay?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
number one, you have to listen attentively. So, listening attentively can help you or all of you to participate. So, in our classroom management, I have number one, listen attentively because you're going to listen attentively for you to understand. So, number two, you have to avoid using your cell phones, okay? Because you know, cell phones is one of the distractions while listening, while I'm discussing. So, number three, you have to be participative. In order for me to identify if I am an effective teacher, you have to be participative, okay? Yes, ma'am. So, sunod, if you're going to be a teacher, you can understand me, okay? You can understand me, so you have to participate in my class, okay? Okay, so, what is our assignment yesterday? Or what is our last topic yesterday? You can give me an answer. Okay, Miss Alba.
It's all about verb adverb of frequency.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Alba. So our topic yesterday is all about the adverb frequency. So who can give me the definition of adverb frequency? Who one? What was the definition of adverb frequency? Okay, Miss Alba again.
Adverb of frequency refers to a usage of verb, how frequent the verb is.
Yes, very good. So that is the meaning of adverb frequency of how you are going to use or in every day of our lives we're going to use some examples like often, sometimes, and always like that. So that is adverb frequency. So I have here a question for you to reflect in your own self, or you're going to think about your experiences here. So, have you been to places? Have you been to any places?
Yes,
Where? Miss Balanay.
Surigao.
Surigao. How about you, Miss Fajardo?
Lake Cebu.
Wow, Lake Cebu. So what was your experience in that place?
When I was in Lake Cebu together with my family, that day I consider it is one of the most precious moments with them. It's because I've experienced the peace, and that's the time when my family would tell me, love ka na, before we eat, every time before we eat, love it, praise ka, and I felt the genuine happiness in that moment, and I could say that that's unforgettable moment. That place is so wonderful. It's so refreshing. That's all.
Yes, so thank you so much, Miss Casey. So yes, no, it is very, very important for her to remember that place because for her it is very peaceful in there, and also it gives her the bond of her family. So Okay, that is very what do you call it? Is very heartwarming to remember. So how about you, Mr. Talintin? Have you been to places, or like have you been in America? Like,
I haven't traveled other yet, but here in the Philippines, I traveled. We were in somewhere in Davao or Luzon.
oh, okay. So I heard you're going to Davao this day.
Yeah.
Later after we finish our class, we're going to Davao. So what are you going to do in Davao?
My family, the family plans that we're going to Davao today, or we're going to Sakay and have
Wow. Travel. So, okay, so that's it. So that is my introduction in our main topic. So here I have an activity for you to answer. So I'm going to make to look right here. Since not so since you are not equal as a group or by pair, you have to answer it individually. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it is very simple lang naman, so simple. So you have to think of experiences when you travel anywhere. You have to think and you have to describe to me. You're going to stand up in front and you're going to tell us like what Ms. Fajardo and Mr. Talintin did. But you have to describe what did you do in that place. Okay? Understand?
Yes,
Alright. So, okay, I'll be giving you 2 minutes to answer or to think of your experiences about traveling. You have to think the best place that you traveled. The best for you. Okay, are you done? Okay, so who wants to answer? Who wants to go in front to cite their experiences, their best experiences while traveling? For me, no, my best experience while I'm traveling with my family is when we go to Bukidnon in Dahilayan. Are you familiar of Dahilayan? They have a rides, no, they have a zoo, but they have a forest, and also they have, right, it's very cold there, right, it's very cold, that's why, because I like cold, that's why I enjoy their places. Yes, and I find peace in there also. It's very peaceful while I travel there because my family is enjoying the view and also the birds chirping like that. And it's not rainy day, and it's not sunny day. It's okay. So who wants to share? Who wants to share? Don't be shy. Who wants to share? Okay. How about you? What happened?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Fajardo, kindly go here in front and cite your best travel experience.
Aside from Lake Cebu, I remember when we traveled to Moncayo, that's far away. It took more than 8 hours. So after visited to my ate's house, we went to the falls, and the falls is so beautiful, no? And that's the moment also that I try to reflect on my life's decisions from the past, the choices I've made, and how that choices shape me from who I am today. And also, that's the time the place is very simple, no? And it does not contain a lot of news, but though it isn't called, but you could really see it's very called also it's like when you're in Mexico. And that place also is aside from Mexico, it's also one of the unforgettable moments. It's because the road. Yeah, the road is so but it's worth it, it's worth it. So that's all I can share.
Thank you, Ms. Fajardo. So, anyone? Another? So, yes, no, and in order for you to have experiences while traveling, you have to observe. You have to observe the view, the road. Is it bumpy or is it, what do you call it? Is it plain? So you have to observe everywhere. If you're going to travel, you have to look forward for the places or their view there if it is memorable. But for me, when I traveled anywhere in places, but I never traveled outside in the Philippines, I only traveled here in Philippines. For me, all the places here is very amusing and very peaceful. So that's it. And I think that ends my part. So I'm going to give the floor.
I am teacher Liz Jane Duhelio, but you can call me Ma'am Jane. So today we have an activity, and the title of this activity is Description Travelogue Challenge. So first, class, can you read our direction?
Listen clues about a place. Generosity, examples, prices, markets, guess the destination. Explain your guess based on the clues. Learning the answers.
Okay, thank you. So first, I will give the example. This place is known for the beautiful beaches with crystal clear water and soft sands. So, Blue is located in Visayas region, especially northwest of the island of Panay. It is a popular destination known for its beautiful beaches. So, who have an idea about this? Okay, Alba?
I think mom is Boracay.
Yes, very good, thank you. So, now, let's proceed to the final question. So, it is a tuna capital of the Philippines. It is the place where Senator Manny Pacquiao was raised. Okay, I will repeat the questions. It is the capital of the Philippines. And the clue is, it is the place where Senator Manny Pacquiao was raised. How about you? Okay,
General Santos City.
very good. Okay, second question. It is the capital of the Philippines. Densely populated by Side City on the islands of Luzon. Blue is known as the part of Pearl of Orient. Okay, I will read again. It is the capital of the Philippines, densely populated by Side City on the islands of Luzon. Blue is known as the Pearl of the Orient. Okay, you have an idea?
Manila po.
Very good. Clap your hands. Okay, the last question is, it is an iconic park that carries with it a rich history as it is located where the country's national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, was there. Okay, are you ready for the question? It is an iconic park that carries with it is a rich history as its location where the country's national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, is suspect. Okay, Miss Daisy.
Donetta, ma'am.
Okay, correct. Thank you. So, this is, I will give to the next floor of Minister Talintin.
Everyone, after hearing the activity previously, what do you think is our topic for today? Anyone who has an idea?
Travel.
Yes, very good. Travel. What else? Yes, Mr. Carlo.
Proposing travel.
Yes, very good. Composing travel lab. Our topic for today is all about composing a travel lab. So let's have our objective first. So everyone, can you read our objectives?
Objectives.
At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define what is travelogue, compose a travelogue with guiding questions, appreciate the importance of learning about travelogue.
Very good. Thank you. So, what is travelogue? Does anyone wants to read? Who wants to read? Yes, Palanga.
Travelogue is a writing that describes someone's experiences while traveling. It can be in the form of an essay, a journal or diary, or travel pictures, a video or a film. A travelogue will enrich your trip at the time and will preserve your memories of the experiences.
Yes. Travelogue is our experiences while traveling. So it is the way we get pictures, we get to write the things that we learn from our destination. So we have here the different types of travelogue. So here's the different types of travelogue. So anyone wants to read the first one? Who wants to read? Yes, Miss Fajardo.
Personal narrative. That's the format, sharing personal experiences and observations during the trip. Example, sites, food, and
Yes. From the word itself, personal travelogue. Personal travelogue, it is what? It is your personal experiences from your travel. So imagine, example of this, you are traveling or your trip is in somewhere in the Philippines or in Thailand or outside the country. So in personal travelogue, you're going to describe or you're going to write in your journal the inspiring architecture, the things that catches your attention. Those are the personal travelogues. So we have here the thematic travelogue. Anyone wants to read the thematic travelogue? Yes, Miss Alba.
thematic. Travelogue focuses on specific theme like food, adventure, or history at a particular destination.
Yes. This travelogue, for example, you're visiting in a night market in Vietnam. So over there, you're going to see the connection or you're highlighting the connection of the food of that specific place. For example, here in Jensen, the tuna. Jensen is known as the tuna capital of the Philippines. So it has a big connection to the place. The tuna has a big connection to the place, which is General Santos. That is thematic travelogue. So next we have reflective travelogue. Anyone wants to read the reflective travelogue? Yes, Miss Emilio.
Reflective explores personal growth and transformation through travel and its impact on perspective.
Yes. So it is explore the personal growth and transformational through travel and its perspective. So in every place we go, there's lesson that we can get after we go, after the trip. Maybe it leads you to discover yourself. After you travel, you discover more about the world and also your personal life. So, for example, you are backpacking your trip through Southeast Asia, for example, like in Cambodia or in Vietnam, but you're focusing on your experiences. That goes you to make you more independent. But in the reflective travel, the destination you go reflects you as a human and as a person. So next we have the guidebook. Who wants to read the guidebook? Miss Madanga.
So, guidebook blends travel stories with practical tips for future travelers. Example, attraction recommendations.
So no. The fourth one is the guidebook traveler. So that when we travel, it is very important for us to list down the things that we wanted to see or we wanted to know about a specific place. For example, in America, we wanted to, what are the famous tourist spots in America? Anyone? Tourist spot. Or here in the Philippines na lang, here in the Philippines. What are the tourist spots in the Philippines? Yes, land. Boracay. Yes, the beaches. So, we are going to list down the things that you wanted to know. And also, including that is your accommodation. Your accommodation to make your travel hassle-free so that you can enjoy your travel more. So, that's guidebook traveler. And the last one, we have what? The fictional. Who wants to read the fictional? Yes, Miss Alba.
Fictional travelogue uses fictional storytelling with real-world details to create a travel narrative.
Yes. From the word self-fictional, this is not real. This is a type of travelogue that is not true. The word itself, fictional, it is a journey to a place that doesn't exist in our world. The travel that the author's imagination was wild in this travelogue. So imagine a travelogue written by an explorer who discovers a civilization under the world. So it's a kind of travel that is not true, but it amuses us. It brings us to the world that is not real, that make us believe that there are things that doesn't exist that as beautiful as the real world. So I guess that's the end of my part.
Everyone, good afternoon, ma'am. So I would like to introduce myself first. I am Crystal May Rojas, and you can call me Teacher May. So for today's afternoon, I would like to ask if what have you learned from the discussion that Teacher John May discussed all about? Oh, I missed Carlo.
I've learned about what is travel of mom and of course the different types of it and how nice it is to learn or the experiences we can get from traveling.
Oh, thank you for that, Ms. Pajardo. So for better understanding about this topic, we will have an activity. And this activity called Travelog Trading Cards. Since I cannot divide you into groups because of your other classmates are absent, then I will just give this in each and every one of you. So what you'll have to do is just to trade your cards to the other person, or I will just call it whose person will trade it off. This is for you. This is for you. And this is for me. Good look. And then, Miss Fajardo, can you please read your card to Miss Madama? And Miss Alba, can you please give your card to Miss Bujado? So, after trading your cards, I will let you think about, I will give some time, like 2 minutes to think about the travel cards that you are holding right now. I will let you have some time to think about what is interesting about that travel destination, and then you will gonna go. You will have to present it here in the class. You will have, and I will let you to talk in your vernacular language to express yourself more. So you can now start. Okay, class, are you all done? Okay, then let's, Miss Pardo. The first, oh, okay, Miss Madama. The floor is yours.
So the picture I have is Boracay. So this place is known for its beautiful beaches with crystal clear water and soft with sand. So
That is Boracay. Boracay is so nice, everyone. You already traveling here. This is so nice. It's a white sand, right? Yeah. Next is Miss Alba. So the picture I see is the famous chocolate hills in Bohol, Philippines. So it was formed because of some earthquake. That's why after the earthquake there is something na taga-tubo. So that's why it is repeated to group and that's nagadagan ko siya. And so that's all. Oh, thank you for that knowledgeable explanation, Ms. Alba. And then next is Ms. Pahardo.
So, my teacher, all about the Banawi terraces, about those. So back when I was elementary, I often hear this place, and it's one of the most familiar place that I heard when I was grade 1. And according to what I hear also from my friend, this Banawi terraces is one of the human creation. So that's all I can say for now.
Thank you. This is a fun fact. Was human creation, right? So thank you for that, Ms. Pahardo. And last but not the least, needs to have.
So the picture that I have is
Mill Noodles. So, this is located in Palawan. So, isa na siya sa sikat na ginaaduan sa mga turista. Like, kuhaan sila gabangka-bangka ko. Kaya nagpapita nito karang na
Oh, thank you for that, Ms. Donario. So this is one of the tourist destination, and this is all for our activity. And I will let Mom Camarista for our assessment. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Teacher Delmena Camarista, and you can call me Teacher Dana. So, have you learned something? Have you learned something from our topic today?
Yes, Ma'am.
That's nice. So today, you're gonna have a short quiz. So, please bring out one half past wise. Please answer this one. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. 3 minutes to answer this. Are you done, class?
Not yet, Ma'am.
Okay. Last 1 minute. Are you done?
Yes, Ma'am.
Okay, please pass your papers. Okay, thank you. So, for your assignment tomorrow is research the using mode, the using models. So that's all, class. So that's all, class. So that's all for today, class. See you tomorrow.